Accountants, are you ready to take your Excel skills to the next level? Whether you're creating work papers, performing audits, or building efficient work products, mastering Excel is the key to saving time and delivering results. Welcome to Excel for Accountants. In today's video, we're starting with 3 fundamental Excel functions that every accountant should know: comma style numbers, sum, average, and count. These functions may seem really basic, but they are absolutely essential for financial analysis, financial reporting, and audit work. Let's start off with comma style and sum function. This function helps you quickly total values in a data set, perfect for summing expenses, revenue, and tax amounts. Here's how it works. All right, guys, we're now gonna get into how to do comma style numbers. If you didn't watch Excel for Accountants Part 1, go ahead and watch that. So I'm gonna quickly maneuver this I'm gonna put this in a certain way where we can easily manipulate the data. But for example's sake, control spacebar, control shift plus is going to give you a little bit of space here. It's going to do control shift. All right. Now that we have the information in this way, we want to make these comma style numbers. Anytime, especially if you're going to be in accounting, finance, whatever it may be, you want to get your numbers in comma style, because right now, especially when you get into hundreds of thousands of dollars, millions, billions, trillions, all these big numbers that you're going to be dealing with as an accountant, you want to make sure that they're easy to understand and easy to follow. So in order to do that, what we're going to do is we're going to highlight this. You can do the long way, or you can literally hold your cursor and hold that down, or we're going to do it the Bryan way. We're going to do hold shift, right arrow, control shift. You're going to hit control shift, hold that, and down arrow. So now we highlighted the numbers that we want to change. And in order to do comma style numbers, you can quickly go here and click this button here, comma style, or we are not using a mouse because this is Excel for Accountants. We're going to get rid of our mouse and we're going to use hotkeys and shortcuts. So in order to do this, you're going to do Alt-HK. Alt-HK. Beautiful. You see that? Now it gives you 2 decimal places. If you want to remove the decimal point, all you need to do is do Alt-H9. All right, that removed 1 decimal point. Let's remove 2 decimal points. Alt-H9. If you want to add decimal points, it's going to be the number to the next of that. So it's to the right of that. It's going to be Alt, again, Alt from your Excel Part 1 series. Alt gives you control over the entire keyboard on top. So Alt, H is home. And then O, if you see here, if you hit O, it adds decimal points. So we're going to increase decimals. So O. Beautiful. You see that? And then we do that again. Alt, H, O. So we gave it 2 decimal points. And again, comma style numbers. And let's say again, if we want to get rid of that, control shift, you're going to hit shifts, right arrow, hold control shift, down arrow. So you highlight the data set that you want to manipulate. And in order to, let's say, let's quickly get rid of the decimals. Oh shoot. Let's quickly get rid of the decimals. All right. And let's say we want to make these comma style again. Shift, right arrow, control shift, down arrow to highlight the data set that we want to manipulate. And you're going to do Alt-HK. Beautiful. That's it. Perfect. So now that we have this data set, we're going to zoom out a little bit so you guys can see. And now we're going to use the sum function. So now that we have this in comma style, essentially, we now added commas and decimal places. And you know what? Let's get rid of the decimals. I don't really care what the decimals are. So again, in order to get rid of decimals, how do we do it? Alt-H9, Alt-H9. Gets rid of decimal places, but now we have a comma. Now we have it in thousands, so it looks beautiful now, right? Because before it looked terrible. It just didn't look very easy to read and understand. So that's why you see this. Before, the number was just like this. Oh yeah, you see that difference? Let's see, let's zoom in. Before we had it like this, 1,360. Now comma style makes it in a format that's much easier to read, understand, and interpret. Again, comma style, make all your numbers comma style. If you're in audit and accounting, finance, make all your numbers in comma style. Perfect. Okay, so now we're gonna actually get into the sum function, but we're going to do it the Excel for Accountants way. So you can quickly go here and you can obviously do the long way and do it, but we're going to do it again, the Excel for Accountants way. So the way to do that, the way to quickly do that, and the really easy way to do it is going to be Alt equals. If you do Alt equals at the last number in the data set, you go down here, scroll down, you hit Alt equals. That'll literally sum up all the numbers to the top of wherever you hit Alt equals. So again, we're going to do that to the right of that. So right now we have our cell in E36. Alt equals is going to sum up all the numbers on top of where we put our alt equals sign. So now we can do that. Alt equals, boom, and that sums up all the information. And we can do alt equals again, and that sums up all of the data on top of the cell where we hit alt, where we put in the formula. So we're gonna make this a little bigger. So you see that? Alt equals, okay. But it depends. I change when I do either alt equals, or I really want you to learn, because when you start manipulating data and you start creating tables in Excel, I usually like leaving a row between my sum and the data set, because if I want to start filtering and sorting data, I'll actually show you. So let's see. Let's say I do alt equals here, and I do it here, and I'm gonna add this, okay? So now I know my sums, but let's say I want to now maneuver this. I'm not gonna teach you how to do a table at the moment, but let's say I wanted to do a table here. Okay, let's say I want to do a table here. All right, data, let's do a filter. And let's say I want it largest to small. You see this? You see how he got all screwed up? All right, I'm gonna illustrate that a little bit better. So let's zoom out a little bit so you guys can see the whole table. 90, beautiful. All right, you see this? Hopefully it's not, let's do 110 so you guys can see perfectly. Okay, you see this data? It's summed, right? It's summed at the moment. And I added a filter to it. And let's say you had an audit task, or you want to see total sales or the total amount, the total amount of sales per client, and you wanted to do largest to smallest. But look at this. Now, like, what happened to my sum? It's all screwed up. So I don't typically like adding the sum right below where my data set is. Let's get rid of this. I like adding my sum on the bottom of it. So it's kind of separate from the table. So to do my sum, again, you can do alt equals, and that'll sum up everything on top of that. Again, alt equals, that'll sum up everything. Or I like doing, you're gonna hit plus sum, okay, tab, you're gonna go up. Now you control exactly where you want to sum your information. And you're gonna do control, shift, up arrow. That's gonna highlight all of the data. Again, let's do that one more time. You're gonna hit plus sum tab, because this is essentially this function here. You're telling, yes, I want to use a sum function right now. Not sum if, we'll get into that later, sum. So you hit tab, beautiful. Now you're gonna do, now you control where you want to do your sum. And you want to do your sum on this data set here, obviously, right? So you're gonna do control shift up arrow, and you're gonna let go of control. You're gonna still hold shift, because now look at it, you can control everything here based on your arrows. But you're gonna do tab, control shift up, and you're gonna hold shift, you're gonna hit down arrow. So now you're only highlighting this data set here that you want to now sum. So you hit equals, beautiful, perfect. Now you get control C, control V. I just copied and pasted the formula. If you guys can see that here, beautiful. And all I'm doing to be able to see a formula and how a formula is made up, I hit F2 on my keyboard. So how I'm doing this quickly is I'm hitting F2. And again, plus, sum, tab, up arrow, control shift up, and shift down. Beautiful. Now, we have now summed up our data. And that is how you do a sum function the Excel for Accountants way. Next up, the average function. This is a great tool to use when you need to find the mean value of financial data, like the average transaction amount or the average monthly expense. Okay, so now that we did the sum function, we're gonna get rid of this filter here. So let's just get rid of the filter off. Okay, beautiful. So let's make this a little bigger. All right, so now we have the sum right now, right? But let's say we wanted to find out the average, and this table represents the total sales, if you can see here, transaction type revenue or sales, per client, and the total tax. And we want to find the average sale that we made and the average tax amount per that sale. So to do the average, you would do plus average, beautiful, average right there, tab, okay, average, tab. So let's do that again, plus average. Now we have the average here, or you can click it or do tab. I usually like doing tab because, again, we don't have a mouse. Tab, now we have the average function. And we're gonna do the same exact thing. That's why I really want you guys to get comfortable with using your arrows and control shift down and holding shift and control. because now we're telling Excel, where do we want to go? Where exactly do we want to go? What numbers do we want to average? Obviously, when we want to take the average of the data set above, so we're going to Shift, Control, up arrow, and you highlighted the entire data set. You told Excel, hey, I want to start off here, Control Shift, and take me all the way to the last data set that you have, up arrow. So now that you're here, but obviously we don't want to include text or any numbers like that, so to not distort our formula, so you're going to hit Shift, down arrow. Now you're telling Excel, I want to take the average of all these numbers in here. And again, now you hit enter. Beautiful. Now the average of this is 2,615. You can see here the average. And we can also check that by saying, let's highlight this data set here. And look at the bottom, average 2,615. So of this data set, the average is 2,615. And we go down, and we're gonna do the same thing again with the tax portion. So you're gonna do, let's make this a little smaller so everyone can see. All right, so now we have the entire data set here. We're gonna do plus, average. Now we get down, average, beautiful. Tab, up arrow, Control Shift. Again, I want you to get really comfortable. Control Shift, up, Shift, and then now you can literally control one by one if you hit Shift. And we just want to highlight the data set above us. Now the average tax is 295. Even if we look at this manually, you can see here at the bottom right of our screen, average is 295 in this data set. Finally, let's look at the count function. This function helps you count the number of numeric entries in a data set. This function is useful for determining the number of transactions, invoices, or even employees in a payroll list. All right, we are now going to do the count function. Now we're going to go down here and same concept applies. We're going to do plus, and now we're going to do count. And again, you're going to hit tab and same concept. Now we're going to be able to tell Excel, hey, Excel's thinking right now, okay, you told me you want to do a count function. Again, count, tab. Now we're telling Excel we want to count the number of values in a certain data set. You're going to do up arrow, Control Shift, up arrow. Now we're going to go to the last data set in this table, and you're going to hit Shift, and you're going to be able to, if you hold down Shift, again, you can control exactly what you want to count. So we want to count the numbers in this data set above us. Now we're going to hit equals, and that there is exactly 30 numeric or 30 numbers or 30 sales transactions in this data set. And if we go here, Control Shift, and we go down arrow, if you go down here, you see that on the bottom right, there's literally 30. I add this in my Excel. If you want to quickly add this on your Excel, if you're following along, all you need to do is right click this. And then again, I'll make that a whole separate video, but I added these functions because I use them so often and I use them daily. But again, now we did the amount, the count of how many transactions were in this data set. And if we do that to the right of this too, it should come up with the same amount. So if we do again, plus, count, tab, up arrow, Control Shift, up, Shift, down arrow, and we should come up with 30. Beautiful. That's how we did that. So that function, again, very helpful when, let's say you have a payroll listing or someone wants to know how many transactions they had in a given month, exactly how many. It'll tell you how many transactions are in the data set that you're asking Excel to pull up. And that's why the count function is super helpful, especially in accounting. And that's it for today's episode of Excel for Accountants. If you found this helpful, hit the like button and subscribe to this channel for more Excel tips tailored just for accountants.